Hi, street lawyers. Welcome back to Street Law 256. It's been a while, but we are back. We are better. We are more committed. For those of you who are watching for the first time, this is your go-to platform to learn about the law in its simplicity. We break down the law for umuntu wawansi to better your profession, your dealings, your relationships, and your community. My name is Aine, and this is Street Law 256. Today, I'm not necessarily talking about a specific topic. I'm passing on information to administrators of estates of deceased persons. So if you are one of them, or if you are a beneficiary in an estate of a deceased person, if you know a friend who is a beneficiary or who is an administrator, this video is for them. It's very, very important. Kindly forward it to them or watch it to the very end. So to take you back just a little bit, previously when somebody died without leaving a will, or even after they've left a will, court always appointed what they call an administrator of that estate. Or they appointed somebody with what they call letters of probate, that is if they had left a will. So somebody would hold on to these letters of administration or probate for as long as they needed them, especially if court hasn't cancelled them or recalled them or in any way dealt with them. You would find that somebody was an administrator for an estate of a deceased person for 5, 10, 30 years. Speak about any period of time, because the law didn't put a timeline within which you should have the letters of administration. Sometime ago in April, May 2022, the legislators changed that. The president assented to a law which is now called the Succession Amendment Act of 2022. The legislators realized that it was no longer practical. Street lawyer, I don't know if you understand when I say legislator. This is our parliament, our parliamentarians. So the people who were proposing this law realized that it was no longer practical for somebody to be an administrator for 5, 10, 30 years. So it was one of those changes that came after the law that if you get a grant of letters of administration, we shall give you only and only 2 years. But the law had to cater for also the people who had gotten letters of administration prior to 2022 April, May. And they said that for those of you who had them before this law came into place, we are giving you 3 years to wind up that estate, to administer, finish all those affairs that you need to finish within these 3 years from the date this law came into place. What does that mean? It meant that from May 2022, you had 3 full years as an administrator to put your house in order, to distribute if you have to distribute. Whatever you had to do in the capacity of an administrator, you had to do it within those 3 years. And guess what? The 3 years are ending on 30th May 2025, just next month. So the legal implications of this expiration are that after the 30th of May 2025, this year, next month, your letters of administration will expire, will cease to serve their purpose. You will no longer be able to act on behalf of a deceased person. Whatever you have, some estates have cases in court, for example, where people went to court as an administrators of those estates. It means that between now and then, or immediately at the expiry of your letters of administration, it's important for you that you immediately apply to the court to renew them, because also that provision was given by the law. Should you feel like I have a lot of things that I hadn't dealt with that need much more time, the court can hear you on that if you make an application to it and demonstrate why your letters of administration must be renewed. That is the point where I would advise you to get a lawyer. You go to your lawyer and explain to them why you need this extension of letters of administration, and they will make for you an application for that extension, and court in its discretion. If they feel like it's important, if they feel like you have demonstrated the reasons as to why you should be granted an extension, they will grant it. They will tell you either we are extending for a year, 2 years, depending on how you have convinced the court. Otherwise, for more information about administration of estates, look out for our previous videos about administration of estates, the roles of an administrator, among other things. Thank you so much for watching. That is it from Street Law today. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about this information. And if you have a private question, you can send it to the email that is flashing on the screen. I will respond promptly. Otherwise, thank you so much. Until next time, bye-bye.